And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 20. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards there and a Washington first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up a touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one good for 37 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Gibson again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves.
Look at the big man rumble! A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep, and while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To the air on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, Howell to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second down throw for Howell. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Another throw for Howell. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Ha! 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders. At about the 32. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action. Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38, Howell. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And his kick is good. So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say 5 by me. We'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say we let a good opportunity get away.
Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st down at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Garabay's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. Rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Gibson running right. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down. Howell now. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 28 yards. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Howell back to pass. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 9, Powell. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They go to Elliott again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
But he said they have to get a little credit here, because they're playing this game at their pace. This is ball control ball, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it at around the 40. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing. Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A handoff left. Elliott. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he will actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Garabay's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Well, Prescott here to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Garabay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Powell to throw. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Here's Howell. The dot's in. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Howell looking to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
2nd down throw for Howell. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Howell with one final shot. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me, they the ones stirring up the...
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never...